Parahouse Entertainment Network. Come join us as we take you deep into the fire to the paranormal realms of hauntings, UFOs, ETs, alien abductions, strange creatures, and the vastness of universal consciousness as we continue to seek what is not supposed to exist as we search for the truth that only comes from going into the fire. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Into the Fire. It's our wonderful Tuesday night. We've got some super stuff going on here tonight. We've got our wonderful guest tonight, Angel Leigh, the spiritual messenger, and we also have our co-host Billy, and Melvin is also in here somewhere. So let me see if I can get Melvin back up here. There you are. And everybody, how's everything going tonight?
Doing great. How about you?
Fantastic. We are ready to get on with it. I think that our chat room has got is loaded up. Angel just bounced out. She's having some storm issues down where she's at right now, and it's causing some problems with her internet. I know that's a bummer. But how's everybody in the chat room? We'll talk to everybody in the chat room until we get Angel back here. Let's see who we see here. We see Brandon Marie, Denise, Monica, Jessica, Meredith. How's everybody doing? Tammy Harvey, how are you? You see the co-host in there. Billy Sims is also in there with you. Frankie Lynn, how you doing? Anna Westhoff, how are you? Melvin's now gone too. It's going to be one of those wonderful nights. Let me rub the thing with my wonderful crystal just to keep everybody all in shape.
I see Father Casey in there.
Yeah, I haven't gotten down that far. Hey, Father Casey, how are you?
Miss Katie
let's add everybody back into the stream. Okay, here we are. As we were just talking and getting everything ready to go. This is such a special night, and I hope that this works out real well. I know Angel is looking forward to it also. We're going to be trying to do the connections with this. What we're going to be asking you all to do is, I'll tell you what, I'm going to have Angel explain it to you. Angel, for everybody who might not know you, would you mind giving a quick background about you, and then also tell them exactly, I'll help you out as far as what we're going to be doing tonight and how it's going to work, okay?
Okay. I don't know. Can y'all hear me okay? Because
I can hear you. You're freezing up. Oh, there you are. Now you're moving.
Yeah, we got you.
We got you.
Can everybody on chat see me and hear me okay as well? Because it kicked me out. So if it does that again, just give me a few minutes and I will come right back. I'm hoping.
It just did.
like we said, it's storming where she's at tonight.
Yeah, so. She's having a bad storm right at this moment. So we are working with it. And unfortunately, when you're dealing with internet in certain areas and when a storm comes by, it's a pain in the rear end. And I am sorry this happens. If you're worried about the show, if you can stay on as long as possible, we are going to be here. We want to make sure that we cover as much. And until Angel gets tarred tonight, we want to make sure that everybody has an opportunity. So I'll go ahead and tell you what the game plan is tonight. We have Melvin and Billy, and Billy, as you see, is in the chat room. Melvin's also watching the screen and in the comments. And what we're going to be doing is as Angel starts, Angel is a crossover medium. She deals with great spirits. She's been dealing with for quite a while. She helps out a lot of individuals speak to their past relatives, and she always tries to bring the best through and doesn't deal with anything in the bad side. So what she'll be trying to do is connect with you, our listener, that are in the chat room right now and listening live on Parahouse on Facebook and in our chat room. So as she starts reaching things, she's going to be throwing out some names, or I'm getting a G, I'm getting this, I get this, I get this, and then if it relates to someone there in the chat room, let us know. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send you a link. Now, to do this, you may be able to do it from your cell phone. I'm not going to tell you that it's going to work, though. As long as you may be using Google as your browser, it may help out. But the link will go, but we would prefer you to use it from a computer and you're going to need to have a microphone and a camera with it. Most of the laptops have them, the additional units, and I think most people have mics also with them. But what we'll do is we'll give you that, and you go to that link, and then we will put you directly on the show. Some of the people who are familiar with Into the Far in the Past, we've done it with Chris Garcia and so forth. That way, Angel gets to see a one-on-one with you, and you get to talk with her. And what I'll try to do is I'll just try to make it so that it will be her and Angel. You don't need to see Billy and Melvin and myself all night long. So we'll work on that to just see if I can highlight the two people, and we'll listen to that. So we were really looking forward to it. Angel is trying to get back in now. So anything else that you guys want to talk about while we're waiting for Angel to get back in?
Yeah, I think Angel is, if you've ever been on one of her live feeds and seen her doing her readings, she doesn't typically answer every question that comes up. She's drawn to certain names, and somebody will come through for that name, and that's how she works. She'll explain it a little bit better when she does come in. So if you don't get a reading tonight, I'm sorry. It's just that the connection wasn't made for her. And I think it's going to be an amazing show. I'm just hoping this storm goes away fairly quickly.
I hope so too. But as I was saying to you guys earlier, we are going to try to keep everything in line and on par tonight. So if we go a little bit over, bear with us, because we want to make sure that we have all the opportunity, and we'll go as long as Angel feels that she has that connection and that ability. Okay. And now, if we don't have a bunch of, if you all would please, right now, we all believe in positive energy. We all believe in a lot of different things out there. I'd appreciate it if you'd send positive energy right now to be able to make sure that we be able to bring you Angel Leigh tonight. So let's say send your energy to Angel and to the computer down there in the storm, and see if we can bring this show to fruition. If there is a problem with it and so forth, which I don't think there will be, I think we all will be able to pull it together. We'll reschedule it and have it at another time. But let's send your energy and send that great energy our way to be able to see if we can get her to connect. Okay? We appreciate it. A lot of things going on in the news. You know how much I like UFOs. I don't know if you saw the UFO talk that on Fox News with Maria Palermo with the ex. Oh, heck, golly. I have to go cheat now. Hold on. Let me go to my paper. Don't you love live radio? John Radcliffe, who was the director of national intelligence during 2021 under Trump, and they were talking about UFOs and some of the things that he had said about them. It was pretty interesting to me, since I'm always playing that field, that it was so strange. She asked him the question about UFOs. They were talking about several different things. And when he asked it, he gave her a straight answer, a serious response, saying that the government has lots of reports of what we call unidentified aerial phenomena. And then he went on to confirm that the government will be issuing a report on UFOs in a few months, and claims that he wanted to get this information out earlier, but it wasn't able to be declassified before he left office. But there is some interesting things coming on. He stated that the Navy and the Air Force pilots have picked them up on their radar systems and also in satellite imaging. The puzzling objects engaged in actions that are difficult to explain, maneuvering in a manner seemingly impossible for our current technology, exceeded a sound barrier without a sonic boom. She also asked him about what's been going on and how often it happens. He says quite a few of those incidents are recorded for being gathered, and we will put it all out for the American people to see. So we've got some things coming up here in April, or the end of April, June, July area. So let's all look forward to seeing that. So that should be pretty interesting. Anything going on with you guys?
They're blowing up a chat room.
Hey, chat. Been waiting for this podcast. So have I, Vicky, and I apologize because we are at the mercy of Mother Nature in a storm, and it is going to be up to the man upstairs and how this carries on and goes. So hopefully Angel will be back here shortly. Hey, Melvin, I'm going to let you see if you can communicate to her via phone or something, and give us an update on how she's doing and if she can get back in here and what the weather is like out there. Make sure she's still there.
Did we lose Melvin too?
I don't know what's going on, Melvin. Yeah, there he is right there. Okay, Melvin.
Good thing my mic was muted, because you wouldn't want to hear what I just said when it kicked me out again.
Oh, okay.
Father Casey's in the room. He's going to tell you that's one, mister.
Yeah, exactly. That is one. So again, we apologize while we wait for Angel Leigh, and we're going to go to something else. We'll see if we can give you a little bit more background.
Yeah, her mama Denise said she's working on it now. So
okay, so hang in there, folks. I'm sorry you have to look at our wonderful faces, but it may work out.
Hey, Jesse. Hey, dear. Good to see you on here.
We see y'all in there.
Yeah. Oh, a bunch of them. Vicky, Leanne, Nikki, Father Casey, Lars.
Hell yeah. Hey, everybody. Well, one of the things that, for some of you that don't know, Angel Leigh is a Christian woman who has been seeing and speaking to the dead since she was 3 years old. As she grew older, Angel's differences kind of frightened her, making her think that she was a devil child. But God sent blue bubbles to comfort her and followed her, and they even follow her today. In May 2015, Sarah was, or Angel was comforted by her grandfather by acknowledging that she also saw his mother and son both passed when they appeared in his hospital room.
Okay. She's ready to come in, Bear.
Is she really? Okay,
Yeah,
fantastic. I'm looking for things to read about her and everything else. So hold on, and I will be right back into that. There you are, dear. I'm trying to pedal backwards all the time here.
Y'all, I'm serious? Oh my goodness.
You know, we have some interesting history together when we first met, and the way we met, I always thought that was kind of unique. But
definitely. Can everybody hear me okay and everything? If it goes back out, y'all, I don't know what is going on. It says that I have full service, full internet. I even went to a different place.
We'll just keep on trying. If you don't mind, we'll just keep on trying and keep on working with it. So yeah, you can see everybody in the chat room now.
Oh my goodness. Hey everybody. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna keep coming back. I have no idea. No idea why. I missed half the show.
Oh well, we're gonna go as long as you can go with it, honey. So we'll get it set up any way that you want to do it. So I'll let you take it away if you want to.
Yeah. Hey everyone, thank y'all for tuning in and everything. And I want to thank you, Bear and Billy and Melvin, for having me on the show. It means a lot to me.
You know that.
And again, I'm sorry for the internet. The past few times that I went live on my previous page, Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger, we were having trouble and no clue what's going on with it. So if it goes out, y'all just stay with me. So I don't know what all you said. You pretty much introduced me of what I do.
I kind of did. Yeah, I kind of told everybody what you do. And it's always good to hear it in your words. And Billy added a little bit to it. And so if you want to just handle it like you do your Facebook Lives. And what we're going to do is we're going to kind of work in the back here. So I'm going to remove myself, and we went over the connections and so forth. So I'm going to remove myself, Billy, and Melvin, and it will be just like you on screen, and we'll be bringing these other people in to meet a connection with you. Okay?
That sounds good. I had a few that had messaged on my page, my working page, and said that they did not have like a video, like a laptop, but they had it on their phone. But I told them, and if it's okay with you, I told them that if I'm looking at the names and I felt something and they're not able to get on video, I'll still say their name and give the connection. Because I can't force it. But yeah, I'll explain it real quick and then we'll get started. You know,
okay. I'm just going to leave you on the main screen. Okay.
Okay, that sounds good. Hey, Melvin. Oh, there. Woo, they blew me up. Okay. All righty. Well, thank all of you for tuning in. It means a lot to me, and I'm sorry. Someone just said Wi-Fi doesn't like me. It sure don't. I don't know what's been going on with my internet, but anyway, enough with that. If something happens and I leave, just wait for me. I'll come right back. So I want to explain. I don't know what was said. I'll have to go back and replay it and watch it. But again, thank you for giving me a chance. I'm known as Angel Leigh. If you're new, you can follow me on Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger. I want to say this real quick and we'll get busy, I promise. But I do private sessions. I do video and telephone. And you can email for information at angelleighassistant@gmail.com if you are interested in learning about my private sessions and stuff like that. So I have been recently have had a lot of health issues, so we're doing things a little differently. We have to start in May. I'm slowing down a lot, but I'm still doing sessions. I'm going to start doing a lot more group sessions. But if you're interested, again, you can always email at angelleighassistant@gmail.com. So let me explain a little bit. So I don't know what they said, so I don't want to repeat it, but the best way I can say this is I stepped out in 2015. I've been this way since I was 3. And I just said, God, lead my way. I cannot pretend anymore. I have to be me. I took the mask off, that I was wearing, and I just trusted in God and went the pathway that I felt that I was being pushed toward, if that makes sense. So I have been this way since I was 3 years old. There is a book out called Through the Eyes of Angel Leigh. We're hopefully going to be getting that back on the market real soon. Dr. Sue Clifton, she's an amazing author. She's the one who wrote the book about me. But anyway, so I see souls in vision form. The best way I can describe it is I'm sitting back watching a movie and I relay to you everything that I see. So I'm a very blunt person. When I connect, I hope that I don't offend anybody. I tell you exactly what I hear, feel, see, everything. All I ask is with me, some of you may be on here and be like, what is this? Or you're very closed-minded or whatever. I understand completely. If I wasn't born with this gift, I would probably be the same way. It's healthy to be a skeptic. It 100%. But all I ask is keep an open mind with me. You have to. And because that helps a connection. So I see them in vision form. They don't necessarily talk to me, but they do talk out loud, and I'll relay to you everything. Really pay attention. That's the best way I can describe this with me. Pay attention to the details. Every single detail that they do, what they show me, how they act, even hand gestures, if they move to the right, the description around them. Some of you have always wondered, man, if I just knew who greeted them or who is around them, that kind of thing. And sometimes through connections, I'm able to show you that. They bring their cherished memories to heaven with them. I don't go to heaven to connect. I connect with their energy only. That's the reason I get so drained, by this, and I get really tired. Some of you who have gifts and are sensitives, you probably feel how tired you get tired. Be sure to eat and drink, all of you, after our session tonight, after the show, because you'll get a little drained by this. I do scribble. You'll see me looking down. You'll see me with paper. I'm a very unorganized person, even though I have OCD. And I scribble. You'll hear this. But in the end, give me some time. I'm really slow at posting scribbles. If you followed me by now, I'm really slow at that. But I have to get my energy back afterwards, and it takes me some time. But afterwards, if I make a connection with you tonight, I will take pictures of the scribbles. I'll put your name at the top. I'll take pictures of it, and I will be posting it. Probably, if I can post it to this page, I will. If not, I'll post it to my Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger page on Facebook. Also, I have a YouTube channel. Feel free to subscribe if you want to. You can see a lot of events and walkthroughs that I do on that as well. Just pay attention to everything. Third parties is also really important. Third parties are someone that's not necessarily for you, but it's going to be for someone that you may know. Okay. So that's what a third party is. They're not directly for you. If you have a partner side of the family, look there. If this could be a best friend, that kind of thing. I don't force connections. If someone doesn't come through for you tonight, I'm so sorry. But I just don't force it. I'll let it come to me naturally. That way that I know that it's of God, if that makes sense. So I don't ask questions. Please don't give me any kind of information about the soul. I don't want to know names, dates, how they passed, anything. I like for the soul to come through and verify or validate the personal, things such as that. But then afterwards, validation is everything to me. Please share your story. Please validate. You can validate in all caps so we can read your stories and stuff like that. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. And I'm not ignoring your comments. It's just going by really, really fast. And again, thank you for your patience tonight. So what I'm going to do, how I'm going to connect, right? So how I'm doing this, be sure if you're on here, don't be scared to say hello and stuff like that. Get on here and say hey to me and stuff like that. I'm not going to force it. I'm just going through, and I'm going to see if I can feel any kind of energy with any of your names. So be sure to say hey to me, okay? Because if I see your name and I feel something with you, I'm going to I'm going to do that. Okay. Just a second. I usually turn red. They say I act a little weird. I breathe hard. I do all kind of weird stuff. So just stay with me. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way. Brianna, was a Brianna Ware. If I saw your comment, I don't know if they were supposed to be pulling you on. I don't know how this works. This is my first time really being on the show. I don't know. I think that they said, oh, there you are. Let's see. Hey, Bear.
Here I am. I found myself back.
I don't know. I was like, I don't know what to do. Okay. So I don't know if they are going to get pulled on to the video, if they have video, but don't worry. If you don't, there she is, Brianna Marie Ware. If you don't have video to where you can come on video, let us know in the comments and I can just tell you what I feel through chat.
Right. And we're going to watch that and everything else. And all we'll do is we're going to send you the link. Billy, you've got the link.
Hi.
All ready to go, right? You've got the link copied down and everything?
I've got it copied, yes.
Yes, okay. So, and what you're going to do is you're going to actually see it in the chat room. So there's, we're not going to go to a private site or anything else. So everybody will be able to see the link. So if you do have a connection, that's the only people we're going to be able to let on. We can handle up to 10 people on here, but we would appreciate it if we just leave the that, especially if you have a connection and Angel pulls you up. So we're ready to go.
Everybody, I just posted the link.
And we'll post it a few times on here
this
so that you can see it.
It was a Brianna Ware.
I'm looking at it. There's a slide on it in the back, but we've got so much, so many comments coming on here. Brianna, if you're on there somewhere, go ahead and hold on here.
Here's the link again for Brianna.
All right, Brianna, you have to catch it, girl, because it goes fast. And if you don't mind, just let Brianna just click the link first. That way I can focus on each one. And then after Brianna, I'll go to the next.
Okay, no problem.
And Brianna, if you don't want to come on camera, Brianna, just please comment that you don't want to be on camera, and we will respect that.
Brianna, where I'm looking, she says she's looking for it.
I just sent the link again, Brianna. Got to click on it quick.
It's a Billy Sims, Brianna.
Yes, it's for Billy Sims.
You'll see on the chat Billy Sims, and it'll be a link. Ooh, this person's coming through. Okay,
and he's going.
I've had a lot of coffee today.
So much. Brianna, did you catch the link?
There it is again, Brianna.
When you say I'm looking, it's 4 underneath you. It's the link 4th underneath you. You have Vicky Norris, Monica, Jeff, and then Billy, and there's the link. And there you are. Hi, Brianna.
Right.
Hi, Brianna. How you doing?
Brianna.
Excellent. We're so glad that you made it on. Thank you so much. You say I'm looking, it's 4 underneath.
I don't see her.
I'm gonna. You don't see her. I'm gonna bring her on here. Just a second.
I'm on here.
Oh, I was like, I don't.
Yeah, there you are. We're all gonna get off, and we're gonna leave you two on here, okay? There you are. Hi, Brianna.
Oh, hey, really? Working now?
Hi, Brianna. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing great.
Excellent. We're so glad that you made it on. Thank you so much. I'm looking at 4 underneath.
I don't see her.
Is it working now?
We're all going to get on here.
Hey.
There you are. Hi, Brianna.
Oh, hey, really? Working now?
Hi, Brianna. How you doing?
Hey, how are you? I'm doing great.
Excellent. We're so glad that you made it on. Thank you so much.
There's an echo Bear to it. Wow. Hey, girl. How are you?
It's playing on both of the links.
There you
Oh, you're on both.
It keeps playing on both microphones, like on the link that they
There's an
sent me.
echo there to it.
Yes, because see, it's playing on the StreamYard and the
Hey,
Facebook.
girl, how are you?
It's playing on both of the links.
Exit.
Maybe I can pause one.
Exit. And then just come back.
Playing on both microphones, like on the link that they sent me.
Echo there to it.
Yes, because see, it's playing on the StreamYard and the Facebook.
Girl, how are you?
It's playing on both.
Exit. Yeah, everybody's saying to exit. And exit and come back. You need to turn off the Facebook. I think she needs to exit the original live, is what somebody said. Can you hear me? It got quiet. We'll get it. I don't hear her now. I don't hear anything. Can everybody? Okay, if y'all can hear me in chat, can y'all hear her? Because I can't hear her. Hey, girl.
Let's see. Go back to Facebook.
We'll get it going. We will get it going. I think I hear like the background. It sounds pretty quiet now. Hi, Brianna. Can you hear me?
I'm trying to get back, y'all.
Oh no,
I
it's
closed
good.
out Facebook.
Yeah, whatever you're doing, I can hear you. I can hear you.
It's playing on both microphones. Let me try it again.
I think you sound pretty good now. I don't think she can hear me, y'all. I don't think she can hear me.
I won't come back on, but I'm still on the camera.
Yeah. I can hear you really good.
It won't let me back on it.
Can you not see me?
It's telling me they're having trouble playing the link.
Okay, if you can hear me, exit completely out. If you can, like, just go completely out of it and come right back. Everybody
I
said
think they can still see and hear me.
Yeah, I don't think she can hear me either. Come right back. Everybody said she can hear me.
Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you really good. Everybody says that they can hear.
Can y'all hear me still?
Yeah, I can hear you really good. Everybody says that they can hear.
So I had to exit out on my computer and just use the webcam for the computer, and now I'm on my phone.
Wow. Okay, it's a little echoey, but I can handle it. Can you see me?
Computer and just use the webcam for the computer, and now I'm on my phone.
Wow. Okay, it's a little echoey, but I can handle it. Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. It's just really delayed.
Okay, well, as long as you can hear me.
I wonder if there's another way they can invite me into the video, because it might just be this link.
It's just a delay, I think they said. It's an echo. I know what we can do. If you can hear me and see me, Brianna, let's do this. Let me connect for you, and then when I'm finished, then you can validate if any of it makes sense. Does that sound okay? Let me connect for you, and then when I'm finished, then you can validate if any of it makes sense.
Okay, so you just want me to get off of the live and then let you do the reading and then I can come back?
No, no, no. Stay on it. Stay on it.
Okay, so you just want me to get off of the live
Just
and then
mute,
let you do the reading and
like
then I
mute
can come back?
yours. Make sure you can still hear me though when you mute it, and then let me tell you what I feel, and then unmute it, and then you tell me, oh, did she leave? Oh, I think she left.
Yeah, she left. So just go ahead and do it. We'll do it the original way and let you do it. And then she can validate from there, just like we were talking about earlier. But you did get to see her, so you did get an opportunity to do that.
I
So you
did.
go ahead and
I
go.
was telling her to try to mute it. I wonder if we could try it with her being muted. Like if she got on there and mute it, and then let me do it, and then she can unmute it.
The biggest problem she was having is that if she'd have muted the one thing, she should have been able to hear us through that, but she doesn't have any headphones on. If you're in this, that's why we have headphones. So you don't pick up anything in the background, no other mic noise. All you're going to need is from the headsets. So that's why we asked for headphones.
She said I did mute it.
Yeah.
Brianna, do you have headphones? She asked if you could post the link again. I don't know.
It's up there a few times. It's still there. Look for Billy Sims.
She said, oh, okay, I need headphones. Yeah. Yeah, Brianna, if you have headphones and you can just put them in real quick, we could try it again. If not, she don't have any headphones. Okay. Well, Brianna, how about this? I'll connect for you and you validate through the chat if that sounds good with you, because they're coming through and I can't stop it. I've been like, does that sound good with you, Bear?
Oh yeah, you just do what you like. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All righty. Yes, that is fine. Okay, Brianna. All right. Let me get a piece of paper. All righty. All right, Brianna, really pay attention, okay? Like to the details, to every single thing that comes through, okay? Just a second ago, there was a female that was coming forward and she was wanting to show you something, okay? So really pay attention to everything. Even if it doesn't make sense right now, there's always going to be a deeper meaning behind everything that they show, okay? So just remember that, okay? This female is wanting to come forward, really, really strong energy. And the way that she's making it seem is that she's been past this female, like she was just waiting patiently, like waiting for us to come through. And she's like kind of pushing it, like, okay, I've been waiting long enough. I'm coming through. I'm coming through. This is just how she's coming through. I'm going to say that the reason she's not pushy, she's not mean. She's a very gentle and sweet soul, but she was like ready to come through because she's been past for quite some time. I'm going to say like the way she's making it seem like 15 plus. Okay. So it's not going to be anything under 15 plus years, if that makes sense. Like it's going to be, she's been past either 15 plus or longer years. And she's pretty young. I'm going to say she's between 30s to 40s. I'm not really sure if you were close to her. I don't know if this is a third party. So just keep this in mind. And remember what I explained with third parties might not be directly for you, but it could be for someone that you know. And I'm going to say that she looks between 30s to 40s, very beautiful soul. And she is very strong. Okay. And she's coming through as a C initial. And I do see CHRIS. So keep this in mind. Okay. So this could be half of a name, part of a name, nickname. They don't have to come through necessarily of what they were called here in the physical world. They can come through as their middle name, their last name, or sometimes just initials, or sometimes even nicknames. Really pay attention though, because she's coming at me really fast and I can't stop it. Okay. So it comes at me like this, little images. And it's my job as a messenger to put it together. She comes through and it's just her way of saying, I may have been gone for quite some time, but I'm still watching over my family. And it's really important to know that. She does rub your hair a lot. And again, I don't know if you were close to her. I'm not really sure, but she is coming through very, very strong. takes my breath just a little bit, but just know that she's okay. She's happy. She's healed. But she shows me something. So really pay attention to the details because I'm scared I'm going to lose it. So it's coming at me really, really fast. So she's walking to this beautiful field and she's got this blanket and she's throwing it like this. Okay. And she's laughing. Vivid colors is the best way that I can describe this. And I really want you to slow down and pay attention to the details. The vivid colors that she shows me. The green in the grass is not just green. It's the prettiest green grass you'll ever see. Blue skies, puffy white clouds. That's how I see them. And this is how she wants to be remembered. She lays on this blanket and she's looking up to the clouds and she's like making pictures with the clouds. I feel like that's something very personal. I feel like she used to do that. Like she used to play games and like do like drive in and do the picture clouds and stuff like that. They bring their cherished memories to heaven with them. And these are parts of her memories, if that makes sense. These are parts of the memories that she'll always cherish. But she also shows me a beautiful baby. And this is a boy baby. Okay, so just keep this in mind because it's coming at me fast. This baby is going to be small. I'm going to say under a year old. Okay. But he sits on his booty and he puts his hands like, and he's like sitting up, but he's got his hands to hold him up, if that makes sense. And it's a really beautiful image. And she's laughing and she's playing peekaboo with this baby. And this tells me that this baby has passed. And it's her way of saying, I've got the baby. I'm okay. I'm okay. He's okay. He's okay. And I know that people miss her, but I want you to see the joy that she has in her heart to know that she's got this baby. Okay. Hold on just a second. Hold on. Stay with me for just a minute. There is another female coming through. So this is the same connection. Just stay with me, Brianna. Okay. So I see this beautiful baby, but she's looking to the left. So really pay attention. I don't care if you have to close your eyes, try to envision this the best you can. Close your eyes and picture everything that they show. But to the left, there is a female, and beside her on each row, I see rose bushes, and she's laughing. She's happy. There's going to be something with these rose bushes. Again, this is just the description of what she's trying to show me. And she says, oh, Barb's here. And you need to know that. Barb's here. So when I talk, it's really, really muffled. It sounds like this. So I know that it's really, really muffled. Okay. That's how it sounds. It sounds like if you the way that I hear them turn on a TV really loud and then go all the way across the room, shut the door, and you know how you hear the TV? That's exactly how I hear them. So it's really, really muffled. Okay. Now the other female that stands to the left. Okay. So the C, I'm going to call the soul that came through first C, so we don't get confused. She's got this beautiful baby with her. Okay. And then to the left is another, and she says, Barb's here. Barb's here. She's the one with the rose bushes, and there's going to be something very personal about that. And she also shows me a number 7 that's associated with this Barb. 7. That's just all I see with that. Like there's an association somewhere. Is this an important date? Did she have 7 siblings, 7 kids? Has she been passed for 7 years? So really pay attention to that. Okay. Takes my breath just a little bit. Just know she's able to breathe better. It's really, really important to know that she is healed. She's happy. She's okay. And the way that she's making it seem is the Barb that's coming through very, very strong. She puts her hand to your shoulder. Okay. And she says, I passed peacefully and I need you to know that. Okay. So keep that in mind as well. Like she's thankful that she was able to pass very peacefully is how she's coming through. Okay. And the way that they're making it seem is that they're playing with this beautiful baby. Okay. So just keep this in mind. Like they're playing with this beautiful baby together. Hold on just a second. The baby, it's always hard to connect to a baby, but I want you to understand of how happy they are with this baby. And I'm going to just say this. So babies in heaven, if they're really small like that, of course, can't talk, but I can pick up their emotions. Okay. And the way that this baby is coming through, this is a boy baby. And I do see an initial K for this boy. Okay. So I'm going to call him K. So there's a C on the blanket. To the left of her, I hear Barb, Barb, the one with the rose bushes. Okay. And then I see a little boy baby and I see a K. He needs his family to know no guilt. It's so, so important to know that, because I feel like it's so emotional. I hope I don't cry doing this, but it's so important to know that this baby is okay. And it's so important to know, because I feel like so many people put blame on people and they're pointing fingers and they go, oh my gosh, if I would have just been there, if I could have just been there just a few minutes. And they blame themselves. And it's like they can't, they try to laugh and they try to smile and they're trying to move on about their day, but they can't get past it. They just can't get past it. And a lot of people blame themselves. And he says, well, he don't say, I feel it. He says and feels, I did feel love. And he forgives. And he needs his family to know that. So I don't know if someone like blames themselves to the point to where they're ready to end it, that they're ready to just give up because they feel like it's their fault. But he says, I felt love. And I need them to know that. I felt love. Okay. It's so, so important. And the baby forgives. Okay. He's happy. He's able to be a baby. And I do feel that this baby's going to stay small. It's important to know that, because I feel like the baby will stay small, because that's what the mother grieves the smell of this baby. And, oh man, get to see the baby grow and that kind of thing. And I feel like the baby will stay small until the whole family reunites one day and gets to raise the baby together, if that makes sense. But this baby is precious, and I can hear cooing, and then he's kind of laughing out loud. So this tells me that the baby's okay. And it's important to know that the baby did feel love. Okay. And he forgives, and it's okay. Like, he doesn't want his family to live in guilt, or if I could have did this, or if I could have did that. God took him. Okay. And he's okay. He needs his family to know that. There's a man that's with them. And to the back, like in the very back, I see a little porch. And then I see this man, and he reaches for him. He goes, come on. And he laughs, and I hear him laughing and giggling, and he's bouncing him gently on his knee, and he's rocking him. Okay, he's rocking him. And I hear him saying, oh, MacDonald had a farm. And he's laughing with him. And I do see an initial elf for this man. Okay, so I do feel an initial elf. This is an older male, and he's happy, and he's going to help with the baby, if that makes sense. Hold on just a second. I'm going to say the man, it looks between 70s to 80s in age, around that. And he also, while he's singing, oh, MacDonald had a farm, that kind of thing, he looks at me and he shows me a number 6 that's reference to him as well. So I'm going to call him Elf. Elf, I always say that wrong. But anyway, and of course, there's more to his name, but he's coming through to say that he gets to rock the baby and play with the baby and bounce him on his knee, and that he's okay as well. And there's going to be something with the number 6 associated to him as well. And this also tells me that they're all together in heaven. And these are the souls that's around you, okay? I'm not really seeing the comments at this moment because I'm so far into this at this moment. So I'm not ignoring anyone. The C, the one that had the blanket, she still lays on the blanket and she's looking up at the clouds. And she has a beautiful smile and a beautiful glow around her, which told me that she made it to heaven. But she takes a balloon, really pay attention to the little details such as this, and she draws a number 4 on it and she lets it go. And she says, it's coming up and I like a balloon. And she smiles, okay? So something with the number 4. I'm going to just assume that she's mentioning of a date, the month of April, okay? So is there a celebration for C in the month of April that she's making a huge deal about? Is there a birthday celebration? Is this a death celebration? That kind of thing. And it's just her way of saying, hey, release a balloon for me, and celebrate my life. Even though that I've been gone for 15 plus years, I am still with you. I am still guiding you and protecting y'all in life, if that makes sense. In the very end, I see them back on the blanket. I see a beautiful field. I see the deep green grass, the blue skies. And Kay, the baby, reaches up and sends a rainbow. This tells me a lot. Usually when they show me rainbows, this means he's sending a baby to earth. And this might sound a little odd, so just keep this in mind. Is there someone that's going to be pregnant? Is there someone that's going to be having a baby? And I feel like that's his blessing, if that makes sense. Like he's wanting his family to smile and love and make cherished memories. And just know that when y'all see this precious baby be born, he sent this baby, okay? He sent this. And he also sends rainbows, okay? So I understand that loved one, rainbows happen and birds happen. I know that, but there's a difference between a sign for one of your loved one and then just a rainbow. You'll feel them at that moment that you see that. You'll be minding your own business, and then all of a sudden you'll see this one rainbow, and then you will feel his presence at that very moment. That's the sign for one of your loved ones. I see them in the field. I see the blue skies around them. They're together. I hear a lot of giggling, laughing. I hear the baby coos as they fade away. But that's what I was seeing with you, Brianna. I hope that it made sense. I'm scared to move this laptop. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't get to see any of the comments. So hopefully that made sense.
I did hear Brianna say, yes, Angel. So that's a
It did make sense to her.
It did make sense to her, I do believe. And we'll be watching it more, and I'll let you go ahead and keep running, okay? Amazing reading, amazing. It's just all the chat room.
Sad to connect to it's always sad to connect to a baby, but when they show you the details of how happy they are and how happy this baby is, it's also bittersweet. You know what I mean? Because it's sad to lose one of your loved ones, but to know what they're doing right now and who they're with, it's bittersweet,
Oh yeah, it is. It is. And as you know, I've lost one, so it's very interesting.
Sure did. I know it.
Continue on, my dear. You're doing fantastic. Thank you.
Oh, good. Good. And thank you for being here. Oh man. Okay. Comments are going pretty fast. I'm not ignoring anyone, I promise. Someone said something about it being emotional. It is very emotional. Sometimes I cry. I do cry sometimes in this. I try to hold. I don't mean to act cold. I promise I'm not. I'm very emotional when it comes to this, but I try to get the message out without losing my emotions, if that makes sense. And then the end, the scribbles that I do and stuff like that, I'll put your name at the top of the paper. And I will take pictures. I'll probably post them to my Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger page. Wow, I'm seeing a lot of, okay. Whew. Okay, real quick. Okay, so sometimes they just pop in real quick. Sometimes they're detailed messages like I just did. And sometimes, they're just a pop in, but it's still extremely important. And there was a Nikki, I think it was like Nikki Wharf or something like that. The comments are going, oh, there she is. There she is. Nikki Wharf. I felt something with you. So, and y'all stay, don't give up. Okay. Cause I'm still reading the comments and I'm going to continue to do readings. Okay. So just stay with me. Okay. And I appreciate y'all staying here and cause the internet and stuff like that. There you are, Nikki. I felt something with you. Okay. So the way that I see souls and stuff like that, sometimes it doesn't always make sense. So just keep this in mind, okay? Keep everything in mind because eventually it will. But I can only tell you what I see and stuff like that. But first of all, oh yeah, I'm gonna send you the link. I don't know if you're able to get on here. I can't pop on, kiddo's sleeping, but I'm in chat. Gotcha. I can't believe I saw that message that quick. Okay. So she can't get on, but that's okay. 100%. I'm still going to tell you what I see with you if that's okay. So while I was looking at your name, this is going to sound absolutely crazy. Okay. Just stay with me. I don't know. You're going to think I'm nuts. You're going to think I'm nuts. I know you're going to think I'm nuts. But so when I was looking at your name, have you ever seen those little toy Furbies? I know you're going to think I'm nuts, but I have to tell you what I see. So, the little toy Furbies that the kids have, I used to have one. Okay. I have no idea, but I was seeing an image of a Furby above your name. And I know that's going to sound crazy. Just stay with me. Just stay with me. Is there, okay. There is a toy Furby, the little toy thing above your name. I just see an image of a Furby. Okay. I don't know if this is something very funny, something very personal. Is this even happen to be a nickname of someone that's passed or a name that's passed? Just keep this in mind, because, or the sound of the name, that kind of thing, you know, keep this in mind, all the details, you know, and stuff like that. Oh man, it's funny. Because, wow, because when I see the Furby, okay, that's the toy Furby, and it's really cute, just so you know, it's really, really a cute Furby. I see a female behind it holding it, and she waves. Okay. So keep this in mind. Like, she's holding it above your head and then she waves. Okay. And I'm going to say she's like 80s to 90s. And I don't know if she had a nickname of Furby. Did she have a Furby? You said you had several of them. Oh man, just keep this in mind. Okay. And this could be a partner side of the family. This could be generations down. I've connected over 200-300 plus years ago. People have learned about their family history through connections and stuff like that. I know, Nikki, this is going to sound absolutely nuts, but I have to tell you exactly everything that I see. But the whole time she's got this Furby above your head and then she waves. Okay. And I'm going to say she's lived her life, is the way she's making it seem, like 80s to 90s. And the way that she's making it seem is, oh, I'm still here. I'm still guiding you. I'm still protecting you. And how she's making it seem is this female energy, like she's been passed for quite some time, like 30 plus years. Like this is not recent for her. Like she didn't just recently pass. Okay. But she's funny. Like the way she's coming through is she's trying to make you laugh. And I don't know why she keeps showing me the toy Furby. Just keep it in your mind. Okay. Because every single thing will eventually make sense. It just might take some time to understand that. And she just is like, oh, I'm with her, and I need you to know that I'm here, and I'm going to show you the toy Furby, you know, to make you look goofy, kind of is how she's making it seem. But there's going to be something with the toy Furby, okay? Their name, nickname, something very, very personal for her to keep showing me that. And then beside her, I see walking. Pay attention. Just stay with me, okay? Try to put this in your head. You're a very visual person, and I know that. So, like, just, oh, man. Just stay with me. Okay. So there's this guy and he's walking and he's talking about he's been passed for quite some time as well, but he's still there. So you don't necessarily like have to be close to them for them to come through. You know, like they can still come through even if it's generations down, or if this is, you know, connected to a friend or someone, maybe a third party. I'm not really, really sure. But this guy that's wanting to come through, the way he's coming through is he stands on the side of the road and there's this beautiful fence line with the fence, and he's like leaning up against it. Okay. And he's like, hey, I'm the good looking one. He was all about that. Like he was really, really good looking is the way he's making it seem. And I'm going to say he's like late 20s, 30s. And he's like, man, that happened fast. That's how he's coming through. He's snapping his fingers. When they snap their fingers, this tells me this is a sign. Like they show me detailed stuff and then they give me little details and signs, you know, stuff like that. And when they do that, this tells me that for him to snap his fingers, like his passing was unexpected, very, very unexpected. Okay. Like what? Wow. Like, you know, it wasn't, nobody can prepare for death. So I don't mean it in like an offensive way or anything like that. I just mean like somebody got the call, and it wasn't sickness that got him, is the way he's making it seem. It was very, very unexpected, but he's still good looking, he says. Okay. And he stands beside this beautiful fence. Really pay attention to the descriptions that they also showed. Okay. And he's like, oh, I'm Lon. Lonn is exactly what I see. Very, very strong energy. And he's like, I'm the one that moves things around your house. You're welcome. And he laughs. So really pay attention to that. Are you like having things moving around, you know, or are you like misplacing things? Like, I know I just put that there. It's him. It's him. Okay. You don't have to be close to him for him to come through, but he's still with you. Okay. So just keep that in mind as well. He has a beautiful glow around him, which tells me that he made it to heaven. And he did come through as Lon, L-O-N-N. Really, really snapping the fingers like, whew, that happened fast. But he's okay. I also, for some reason, see a number 4 around you, which I'm just gonna tell you what I feel with this. So number 4, I'm gonna refer to as April, which understands why you're very connected to nature. You find quotes that you search for quotes and music that helps you with your soul, that kind of thing. So it makes complete sense to me. And I also see a light around you, and you might not want to hear this or not, but you're also very sensitive. And that's probably the reason why you understand people. And that's the reason why everybody tells you everything. Like you're in a grocery store and people just told you their whole life story. And that's one of the reasons why you have major anxiety. And you worry about everything, because that's just, that's you, but it just makes you who you are. I see a beautiful glow around you. That's how I know that you are sensitive. But you're very connected to nature, and more so of animals than just humans. But be careful, because of you being so sensitive, you're going to get hurt. You have been hurt. Like you help everybody, but so many people has used you, and you've been, you're going to be careful, because, it's really hard, because you have such a loving heart and you want to help everybody, but then you're going to have so many people that's going to want to use you as well. So keep the light around you for protection and stuff like that, and you'll do just fine. I put the light around me, and I use that as God's light to protect me, and it helps me with my anxiety. It helps me with my depression. It helps me. But how when you go places and you come back and you're really tired, it's because you're a sponge. You know what I mean? It's a sponge. And picture yourself as a sponge, and you're walking around all these people at Walmart, right? And then all of a sudden you come home and you're really tired, where you just picked up all of those emotions from them people, all of what they were feeling, everything. That's why you're coming home and you're extremely tired. Okay. That's the reason why you have major anxiety. One minute you're happy, and the next minute you're crying, and you don't understand what's going on. It's because you're picking up other people's emotions. So just go outside, take that fresh air with you, that kind of thing. Leave the room anytime you start to feel that way. And then imagine a beautiful white light radiating from the inside and coming out, and push anything away from you. That really helps me, and that could help you as well. Hold on just a second. There's a female also beside you, and she opens her Bible and she says, always have faith. Always have faith. She's proud of you, and she needs you to know that. She puts her hands to your face a lot, and that's probably one of the reasons I think you felt her before. She hums a lot. You'll probably hear that as well. And there's going to be something with her with the Bible. Very strong Christian lady. And she's with you a lot. And she comes through, I'm going to say like 50s to 60s, and she just says, I'm Pat. I'm Pat. I do feel like this is half of a name, part of a name, could be a nickname around that, but she is just coming through as I'm Pat. So really pay attention to that as well. But she's with you a lot, okay? And she puts her hands to your face and she says, I need you to know of how proud I am of you. You need to keep going and know that every step of the way that I'm right there with you, okay? Always have faith. And she looks down and she opens a Bible. Maybe somebody has her Bible, okay? But she's a very strong Christian lady, and she's so proud of you. She is. She's so proud of you. She turns and she's like, oh, she wanted to see what's around me. And she's running in a field of wildflowers. And it's absolutely beautiful as the sunset's coming down. I hear her heartbeat, which tells me that she has a strong heart, as she fades away, okay? But that's what I'm seeing with you. Hopefully that made sense to you. I have your scribbles as well. Oh, wait. I think I've seen her validation. Something do you read her Bible daily? Is that what you said? And they're going to bring up, oh, I just squeaked. Anyway, they're going to bring up very, very personal things for you to know. This is absolutely them. Okay. And for her to bring up the Bible, and you just said that you read her Bible daily. There you go. Something very, very personal for you to know. Absolutely. That this is her. She knew that you read that Bible, and that's the reason why she showed you the Bible, to let you know in confirmation that it is her. Absolutely. And I don't know if she's validated a lot or anything. I'm going to read your comments afterwards. And I appreciate all of you taking the time tonight to get on here. It means a lot to me. Hey, Denise. How are you doing? I've been praying for you. I know right now you're struggling. I just know that A's with you and he loves you. Okay, she did. This is awesome. I'm so glad that Bear and them allowed me to be on here tonight. Alrighty. Okay. Oh, there you are. Hey,
We are pleased that you're here too, and that was an awesome meeting. And she did validate that also. So very, very excellent reading. Everybody's saying this was amazing, everything else.
Oh, that's good.
You're always welcome, and we thank you so much.
Good. Yeah. I feel more stuff if you want me to keep going.
Oh yeah, we want you to go as long as you want to go. We'll just hide out. If you want us back, then we'll just come back. Okay.
Okay. I didn't know the rules here.
Awesome. Oh no, you just we're going to run the show. I'm thankful for all the people that have tuned in, and if you're ready to go and keep going, then we'll just go until we'll just go until you don't want to go anymore. Okay.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds great. Okay. All righty. Well, we'll just keep it going if y'all want to go. All right, awesome. I feel bad because the past few times, Denise, gosh, I can't think. Oh my goodness. Denise Harmon was on here. Sorry. Someone said, which Denise? Sorry. I know her personally because I've made connections multiple times with her husband. I'm gonna tell you about this real quick and then I'm gonna keep going. There's a Denise on here that I was talking. There she is, Denise Harmon. Someone asked which Denise. I was talking about the Denise Butterworth Harmon. I've connected to her husband multiple times. He's came through, and but I do love you, Denise. No one, or I don't know how to say your last name, but I've connected to. I call him A. I've connected him a lot, quite a few times. I don't remember how many times, but I gotta say this, Denise. So. Can the souls come back to me? Absolutely. They can absolutely come back. And a lot of times when I make a connection with you and I can't explain it, it's noon. Okay, Denise, noon. I'm sorry. I love you though, Denise. I'm so sorry. But when I make a connection, they can just come back. And that's why usually when I make a connection with you, I can't describe it, but it's like we like connect somehow. I can't describe it, but it's like a bridge that connects, and they can come back at any time. They like to come when I'm sleeping most nights. But anyway, one day I was sitting there and A came through. I call him A. He came through and he like shook his head. Yeah, and I was like, what? So I contacted Denise, and that's sometimes what I will do if I've made a connection with you and they come through really short and I know who it's for. I wrote Denise, I was like, he's nodding his head, yeah, or something like that. And she was like, are you serious? Now, Denise, fix this if I'm wrong, like correct me if I'm wrong, but you said something like you were outside trying to dig up these posts and you screamed out, what'd you do? Concrete onto the ground? And he came through to be like, yep. And he did, didn't he? He did. He concreted them suckers to the ground. Anyway, but they'll just come back and just, so anyway, it's really, really funny. Oh, all right. Cynthia Linton, Linton. Let's see if she comes on there. Hi, Donald. Hi, Kristen. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Kimberly. All right, I think she was on here. I seen her name just a second ago. It was Cynthia. It's like Linton. There she was. The comments are going so fast, I can't see what they say. There she is. Okay, I don't know. Are you able to get on video? If not, we'll just do the chat. Okay, can't get on. Okay, all right. Well, we'll just do the chat, if that's okay with you. All right. Pay attention to, you know, everything, the details and everything like that. Okay, Cynthia? Okay. Okay. So how I see them is I'm waiting. There is a female trying to come through for you, Cynthia. So just stay with me, okay? Is it Cynthia or Cindy? Cindy Linton, Linton. Okay. Just stay with me, okay, Cindy? The way that I see them is like I can see y'all, but it's kind of blurred, if that makes sense. Call me Cindy. Okay, okay. I wasn't for sure if it was Cynthia or Cindy. Okay. Sorry about that. All right, Cindy. There's a female trying to come forward. There's a female coming. All right, she's coming. I don't know, Cindy, if this is a third party or not, but it's a very beautiful image, and I want you to see everything that she shows me. So this female is coming through. Don't know if she's a third party or not, but she's coming through very strong. So I'm tenderhearted, and I'm going to just keep going with it. And the way that she comes through is she sits at this beautiful big window. Really pay attention to the descriptions and stuff like that. And she's got this little notepad or notebook, and she's like writing in it, okay? And I feel like this is a sign maybe she enjoyed writing, or someone's going to find her notebook. And if they've not found it yet, maybe they will eventually. So just don't give up, okay, of the notebook. And she comes through very, very clearly as a C. And then I see something like, it looks like an L, C-L, C-L, but then I see C. So I'm just going to call her C, okay? Just keep this in mind, okay? Not sure if she's a third party or not, but she's coming through very, very strong. And she shows me the beautiful window. And then she gets up and she's walking. When she did that, this tells me a lot. Like when she gets up, tells me that she's got her strength back and that she's okay. And she goes and she taps on the window. I can see birds all around her. It's a really beautiful image, and really pay attention to that, to the little details such as that, okay? Now she's walking outside. Hold on. I hope I don't fall back in this chair. Okay. What is that? She's walking outside. She steps over a step, and all around her, I see beautiful golden looking, yellow looking flowers, and they're all around her, and she's smiling, and she goes, this is my heaven. And she's so, so excited. Okay. Really pay attention to not just the message, but to what's around her. Sometimes they don't even come through with messages. They come through of showing you what's around them. Okay. I'm going to say they're like a yellowish gold color flowers, and they kind of glow. So it's absolutely beautiful. And it's just like her way of saying, oh, look at this. Like, look at my flowers. And she wants you to know that she has flowers in heaven that she's getting to take care of. I feel like this is cherished memories. And I feel like especially in the end, she wasn't able to do that. Maybe like this was her pride and joy. And then in the end, she didn't have the strength to do this. And she's able to do this now. This is parts of her cherished memory. And she brought that to heaven with her. But they're not just yellow flowers. Like they're golden yellow, and they glow. It's absolutely beautiful. Just a second. And this is the C. I'm just going to call her C because that's how she's coming through. She does pick up a flower, and then she smells it and she says, thank you for being there every step of the way. It's important to know that. Hold on just a minute. You know, and the way that she's coming through is she just was tired. She was tired. And Cindy, this could be a third party. This might be something that you have to think about. But I feel like she was tired, if that makes sense. And now she has her strength back. Her body was just tired, she said. And she hated it. She said she absolutely hated to see her children see her decline in health, because she shows me like a winding road. And every time that they show me a winding road, this just tells me that like she battled with health. Like she was doing okay, and then all of a sudden it would decline. And then she, you know, it was just like a winding road of, you know, declining, if that makes sense. And it's just her way of saying, I'm better. And look at what's around me and how happy she is, and to know that she's okay. And she's also very, very thankful. And she puts her hand to her heart, and I hear her heartbeat. She says, thank you for allowing me to let go. Let my family know. Thank you for allowing me to let go. She puts her hand to the sky, which is just a symbol. Every time that they do that and they put their hand to the sky, this tells me, with both hands to the sky, this tells me that they're free. They're free from sickness. They're free from suffering. They're free from pain. They're absolutely free. Okay. And all around her, she stands like, there's like a row, if that makes sense, of all these different flowers. And she stands in the middle of them, and she's got a beautiful big smile on her face. There's a dog with her. Hold on just a second. Little dog just ran back. It's just running around and around and around. It has a little bit of dark, like it's a different color, like it's got two different colors. So it's a very, very small dog. Got a hair around its face like this, and like when it would drink, it would like get wet, if that makes sense. Small dog, not big, but really feisty. Not to, you know, to the family, but to the people he didn't know, or, you know, that kind of thing. And it's just to say that, hey, you know, I've got this dog with me. The dog's okay. This is a boy dog, okay? And he's very, very thankful, because the way he's coming through is, are you kidding me? Did you call me a dog? I'm not a dog. Like, that's how he's coming through. Like, I'm a kid. Like, I'm a child, if that makes sense. That's just how he's coming through. This also tells me, like, spoiled rotten, you know what I mean? But to know that the dog's okay and that she's got this dog. Hold on just a minute. She comes to you and she's like talking with her hands. Okay, so really pay attention to that. She comes to you and she goes, can you find Eve? Eve, Eve, Eve. And I say EVE. So this is going to be half of a name, part of a name, or Eve, 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 Eve. Let her know that he's fine. He's okay. He is okay. Hold on just a second. Don's inside. Don, he's okay, but he's inside. Okay. And then I can see this guy looking through the window, and he goes, tells me he's able to breathe better. It's important to know that. Okay, so there's a Don there, and this could be Don. That's half of a name, part of a name, maybe nickname. Okay, third party. So if you can find the EVE or the EVE's family, it's going to be half of a name. I feel like there's more to EVE. There's just half of a name, but if you can find who that is, then I feel like you're going to eventually know who the Don is. Okay. I'm going to say he looks between 70s to 80s. And every time I look over there, he's like looking through the window and he's smiling. Okay. So he's 70s to 80s. Very simple man who loved his family. You know, he didn't have to have a whole lot to be happy. He just needed his family. Okay. And it's important to know that. And he just keeps looking through the window. Okay. And he's 70s, 80s. He's around that. Shows me an image of him standing there, and he's got a smile on his face, and he's looking like overlooking the water. I feel like that's part of his cherished memory, and that's something very personal that he's showing me. Something that he really cherished. Maybe he enjoyed the water. There's a very, very special spot that he would always go to, and he still goes there to this day in spirit. The image is changing. So let me say that real quick. So when I say the image changes, just like completely different image, same connection, but now I'm seeing something completely different. I still see C. I still see the initial C. Okay, she sits in a chair, but behind her I see like a kitchen setting, and then I see another chair, and there's another female in it, okay? And I do see the B-E-T-T, B-E-T-T. Really keep this in mind, and I'm going to say that this is who this is, B-E-T-T, and then there's C. And they're talking and they're laughing. This tells me that they're together in heaven. I don't know if they're connected or not, but it's important to know who is around you at this very moment, and to know that they're okay. They're at peace. Mm-hmm. Oh, I know. B-E-T-T, Bet. She says, I know what we can do. Let's go make that. Hold on just a second. Let's go make that peach cobbler. This is what she says. So that's what she says. I feel like this is going to be something very, very personal. Really pay attention to the very small details, okay? What they say, how they act, what they're doing, that kind of thing. And the B-E-T-T, I'm going to say it's like Bet, half of a name, part of a name. She's telling her, oh, let's go make that peach cobbler, because she's got her strength back and she can do that now. Is there something very, very special about a peach cobbler? Is this recipe passed down? Or is there something very, very special for her to talk about the peach cobbler? There's going to be something about that. So just keep that in mind. But there's a Bet there, okay? And I feel like it's really, really important for you to know who is around y'all, and to know that they're okay. And the C, she's so proud of her family. And she needs them to know how proud she is, and to keep going and to celebrate her life. Remember her this way, not of how she passed, and to know that she's got these beautiful flowers all around her in heaven. And this is how she wants to be remembered, okay? The glowing of the flowers and of how happy she is. They're just a talking, though, I'm going to tell you. I'm just going to tell you what I hear. They get up to go make this peach cobbler, and then I hear, Thelma, come on now, let's go. And then they fade. So, but that's what I hear with you. Hopefully this makes sense to you. Thelma, let's go now. Come on, let's go. Wow. I don't know if there was a validation or not, but oh, Sherry. There was a Sherry on here that I felt something. Sherry Hork. I can't say your name. I'm sorry. It went by really, really fast. Yeah, sometimes people wonder. There's a Sherry, S-H-E-R-I. I felt something with you. A lot of people, wonder, like, if a connection comes through and they're like cooking or something like that, and they're like, really? You know what I mean? Like, why are they cooking or doing laundry in heaven? Well, if that was one of their cherished memories, then that's what they do. You know what I mean? So that's not what they're only doing. They're doing other stuff as well, but yes, Sherry. Hey, Casey. I'm just seeing all the comments. And I'm definitely trying my hardest, because I know some of you really need this tonight. Mm-hmm. Sherry, there's someone with you. I don't know if you want to hop on. Can you hop on, or you want me to just tell you what I see through chat? Mm-hmm. Well, there's a female like right beside you to the right. At this very moment, she's wanting to come through. So. Trying to read some of the comments. All right. I'm scared it might lag if we do the video. I don't know. We can try it though, for sure. I don't want to mess with this computer too much because I'm scared. that it's going to mess up. Okay, let's see. It says there's new comments, but I'm scared to click that button right there. I guess I better. Okay. Oh, okay, just the chat room. Okay. Okay. I'm glad I clicked that because I was waiting. Okay. It just said new comments. And I was scared to okay, I understand completely. Okay, well, if it's okay with you, with your permission, I want to tell you who is around you at this moment. Hello, Tara, right? Tara, I've been praying for you every single day, Tara. I'll have to message you soon, girl. I've been thinking about you. If I don't message you tonight, I'll message you tomorrow, Tara. Okay, all right, Sherry. Now, if you've been watching, you kind of know how I work now, okay? Oh my goodness, Amanda. There was Amanda Clayton Blakeney. Okay, Sherry, but there's a woman like waving, hey, Amanda, hey. So stay there, Amanda. Gosh, just stay on here, Amanda, because there's a female who's trying to come through for you. But I'm going to do this one first. Whew. Okay, all right, Sherry. There was a female. Really pay attention, to the details, and also, this could be a third party. This might be something, Sherry, that you just have to think about. So just keep it in your mind, okay? Because eventually, I feel like it will eventually make sense, okay? And the way that this female's coming through is like she lived a very long life, is how she's coming through. I'm going to say like 80s to 90s, okay? And she's the one that was sitting beside you, and she puts her head to your shoulder, okay? So she's there with you. Now she's in heaven, of course, but her energy will come and go, and she's going to be one of the ones to help guide you and protect you. And the way that she's making it seem is like she's been past like 10 plus years, okay? So I don't feel like it's been anything more recent than that. And she comes through very, very strong. And she comes through as an E-L-O, 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 over and over and over and over. Okay, so I do feel like this is half of a name, part of a name. So just keep this in mind, okay, because she's with you at this very moment. And she's just like, I just wanted her to know that I get to sing with angels. I feel like there's something with that, something very, very personal. She hums a lot, and I hear her singing, and I can't sing and stuff like that, but that's just how she's coming through. And I feel like it's so important for her family, if you can eventually place this beautiful soul, to know that she gets to sing with angels. And I feel like maybe that was one of her passions. Did she enjoy singing? Is that something that people remember about her? So just keep the little bitty details such as this in your mind, because I feel like eventually, it will make sense. Okay. And then she takes her palm. Okay. And she writes a number 11, and she kisses it, and she gently puts it on the side of your cheek. Okay. Is there something for a number 11 that's referenced to her or to you? For her to put it in her palm, she kisses it. This just tells me that she sends you kisses, and that she will always be with you, especially in your heart, but especially for the month of November. There's going to be something very, very special. I'm not sure what it is, but she's coming through like, I'm always with you, especially then, and she's showing you love. Okay. Mm-hmm. There's a guy though, and he's to the right of her. He's walking forward. I can hear like the gravel of him walking up, and he's like, oh, hey, let your love know I'm okay. I want him to know. I'm not trying to take your time or anything. I just want him to know. Okay. I'm okay. I made it to heaven. And I do see Jame, Jame, Jame over and over and over and over. And he's with another guy and they're like making jokes about, you know, like who's younger than who and that kind of thing. It just tells me that they're together, that they're pranking, they're making jokes. That's just their personality and how they are. But he needs you to know. He needs you to know, tell your love that I'm okay. And I see Jame over and over and over. Sorry, I know I keep repeating it, but he keeps repeating it. Okay. And I feel like it's going to eventually mean something. Okay. And the way that he comes through, like, I feel like the way he's coming through, very, very peacefully, very, very peaceful. And he's walking. I can see the gravel, I can see his shoes, I can hear it. And then all of a sudden he shows me like a creek or like a lake or something like that. I'm in Mississippi, so to me everything's a creek. It kind of looks like a creek to me. And he takes his shoes off and puts his legs in the water, and he's just like dangling his legs and he's laughing. This is how he wants to be remembered. He's painting a picture to be remembered, if that makes sense. And this might be something that you have to think about. For him to say your love, I feel like this is going to be, if you have a partner, it's for that partner side of the family. So it might be something that they have to think about. And it could be just half of his name, part of his name, you know, that kind of thing. But it's just his way of saying, remember me this way, you know, and he's laughing and no worries in the world. He's got a beautiful glow around him, which tells me that he made it to heaven. And this is how he wants to be remembered. Okay. He's with y'all a lot. Beside him, though, she's telling him, you need to come eat now. And the whole time. So really pay attention because it's coming at me fast. And he looks behind and there's this woman that's coming. She's got gray, white colored hair and she's fluffing her hair. Really pay attention to that. I feel like she was pretty picky about her hair. And she shows me an A-L. So I feel like this is half of a name, part of a name, and maybe connected to him in some way. I'm not really sure. But she's the one that was pretty picky about her hair. And it was like a whitish gray colored, very, very gentle soul, very sweet, but she'll also like tell you like it is, that kind of thing. But she's very, very sweet. And it's just her way of saying that she's there as well, that she has her strength back and she's okay. And she's going to be with him. The image is starting to change. See a beautiful tree, and I can see this female. Wow, you have a lot around you, Sherry. So just keep this in mind. Some of these might be third parties. This might be something that you just have to think about, okay? But there's a female, and she's reading and playing with the children in heaven. And I feel like she loved kids. Maybe that was something like she cherished memories or her passion, and she's getting to play and read to the children in heaven. And this is what she's getting to do. I don't know if she's a third party or not, but she's around as well. So just keep this in mind. I'm going to say she looks between 60s to 70s. And she is like making it known that this is what she's getting to do and how happy she is. And she's coming through very strong. And she just says, she closes her book and she says, I'm Beth. Just as plain as day. I'm Beth. I'm Beth. I'm Beth. Oh, let Art know. I'm okay. Okay. So just keep that in mind. It was very, very fast. She's playing. I can hear children giggling, running the children that's in heaven and that kind of thing. She's laughing. She's putting her head back as she laughs. She's okay. Okay. She's at peace. But that's who's around you. Oh, and I hear something with Tim. Tim's here. Tim's here. Tim's here. I don't know. Anyway, but that's what I'm seeing with you, Sherry. Hopefully some of this makes sense to you. But those are the energies that's around you tonight. Hopefully that's going to make sense to you. Let's see. All right, let's see. All right, give me another sheet of paper. All right, Amanda. There was Amanda on here, and there was a woman coming through, like waving her arms, okay? I don't remember her last name, but I could just see. There she is. Amanda Clayton. Yes. All right. Oh, so okay. Oh my gosh, that's my aunt. She came to all the kids' party. So she loved kids. Do you see? And that's what I try to tell people, like, really pay attention to not just the messages, but what they're doing. It's the description that's around them that's going to make sense, if that makes sense. Like, it's not sometimes just the message. You know what I mean? It's what are they doing? Those are the cherished memories that she brought to heaven, was getting to play with the kids. It's the little things such as that that's going to make sense. Yeah, I want to talk about this for just a second. So a lot of you know, if you've been following me for a while, that after I've had Zaylee, I had the baby, I've had major health issues, not being able to walk. Just I walk, but it's pretty bad. And so in May, we're changing a few things up. So I'm slowing down. I used to do like a lot of sessions a month to just a handful. I'm still going to be doing sessions. I'm still going to continue to make some readings and stuff like that tonight. But I wanted to say this before I forget. So we're starting in May. You know, we are having to change a few things up and stuff like that. But feel free to email at angelleighassistant@gmail.com to get all the information. I'm still going to be doing readings and stuff like that. Small little groups, but I'm going to start doing, I don't know which month that I'm going to start doing it, but I'm going to start doing 2 4-person group sessions a month. So maybe at the very beginning of the month sometime, I'm not really sure on the dates yet. We're only going to do 4 people, guaranteed reading. If you don't get a reading, let's say if you come into the group and there's 4 of you, and you don't have to know each other. Like, this could just be anybody, first come, first serve kind of thing. And let's just say I can't connect for some weird reason, you get a 100% refund. And these are personal sessions. So yes, I do charge for my personal sessions, but I also do a lot of free. I give so many free, and I do a lot of lives and stuff like that. So I do give a lot, but this is how I feed my kids. So of course I do charge for my personal sessions and stuff like that, but we're going to start doing 4-person group sessions, like maybe twice a month, and just a handful of like video sessions and stuff like that. I am booking up pretty fast. But if you are interested in that, here soon, sometime this week, I'll be posting information about my 4-person group sessions. And again, this doesn't have to be family, nothing like that. This can just be, if you want to get in that group, you'll be in with other people, but it will be to where you see me and I see you, that kind of thing, as I go down the line and make connections and stuff like that. I wanted to slow down just a little bit Hey, girl. Hi.
Hello.
I'm almost done explaining this, I promise, but I wanted to slow down a little bit in my sessions because I want to start focusing on my health and getting better. Of course, I'm still going to be doing sessions, but I'm going to slow down so I can focus on getting better, because I miss doing in-person events. I used to travel and do big shows and events, and I miss it. I miss hugging people. I miss the interactions. I miss it. And we're maybe planning something for the Gulf Coast. I can't tell you yet the dates or anything such as that, but we're also planning a really big event up in North Mississippi. I think it's close to like Brookhaven, Mississippi, or something like that, maybe around September. So just keep this in mind. I will be posting, when we get it all together and figured out, we'll be posting it all on my page, Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger on Facebook. So keep that in mind. And I'll be going to other places as well, but I'm hoping by the end of this year, or like around September, October, I can start back doing events. Okay. So just keep this in mind. But Amanda, hey girl.
Yes. Hey, can you hear me?
I can hear you actually really good.
Good.
Can you see and hear me okay?
I can, yes.
Okay, so without any kind of information, because I don't want to know like any information, have we ever had a session before?
Not a private session. You've come through with me and some of my family members on your lives, but not one-on-one.
Like a third party.
Yeah, usually through my cousin and my aunt. Mm-hmm.
Okay, yay! Well, I'm super excited. Okay, so let me explain. Let me explain a little bit. Well, you already know how it'll work. Okay,
Right.
so you've been watching, so I don't have to explain
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
yeah.
scribble. But in the end, I'm going to try to take pictures of my scribbles and I'll post them to my Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger. So while I was doing this reading, this lady was coming through and she was like waving really big, trying to come through. I hope that this makes sense to you. If not, all I ask is, Amanda, just keep it in your mind, okay? Because I feel like eventually it's going to make sense.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so she's been waiting, she says, patiently all night for you, she says. So she comes through very strong. Okay, hold on just a second. And you're going to get these scribbles. I'll take pictures of them as well.
Okay.
She shows me a number 6 that's associated with her in some way. Okay, so 6 could be an important date, siblings, kids, years past. I'm not really sure. And she comes through very, very strong as Barb. B-A-R-B. Now, this could be half of a name, part of a name around that, but she's coming through and it's just like her way of saying, oh, I've waited all night, okay? And she's got a smile on her face and she leans in and she hugs you in spirit and she needs you to know that it's going to be okay. Just a second. Let's see what she says. And the way that she's making it seem is like, even though that I've been gone for a few years, I'm still with you in your heart. And she says it over and over and over and over. And then she comes to you. Now, really pay attention to the little details, okay? And she touches your face, and then she takes her hand and she puts it to your heart, and she says, do you hear your heartbeat? That's where I'm at. You've always been my number one, okay? You've always been my number one. So keep that in mind as well. She's so thankful for you. Like, I feel like y'all had this bond. Like, oh, my goodness, like bond that you had. I'm going to just be honest with you. I'm extremely close to my mama and daddy. And that's how I feel. Like I'm gonna cry. Like I love my mama and my daddy. And that's how I feel when I'm connecting with you, if that makes sense, like that bond. And she's so thankful because you were there every step of the way. Hold on just a second. Let's see. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna just say this. I'm just gonna say this. Like she's coming through with like perfect eyebrows. And she's just like, oh, well, thank you. The little stuff. It's the little bitty things. You know what I mean? Like, does she have like perfect eyebrows? She's got perfect eyebrows. And she's like them? Thank you. Like, you know, like very, very, it's just how she is, how she's acting. Really pay attention to that kind of thing. Okay. And she's like coming through. I feel like she was really picky, you know, picky about her hair. And I feel like someone worried, like, oh my gosh, is she going to like her hair? That kind of thing. And she just is like, are you kidding? I love my hair, you know, and that kind of thing. So just know that she loves her hair. So whoever was worried that she wouldn't like her hair, she loved her hair. And she just says, I want to show love to your love, but you got to do it now. You got to let him know that I'm going to show love to him, but it's going to be for number 2, February. You let him know that I'm going to be there because I love him. And I feel like he did so much for me. And I just need him to know because he has showed you true love and you've been hurt in the past and he has been there and he has picked you up off the floor many, many times. And he has been there for you. And he is so thankful for him as well. And know that he's like, she's showing love to him, but there's going to be something about the month of February, okay, for that. And it's like, oh, I have to show love to him as well. I love all of my family. And she's proud of all of her family. But for some reason, she says, you're her number one. You're her number one. You're her number one. And she puts a number 1 up, okay? Just a second. Just stay with me, okay?
Okay.
And the way that she comes through, like I just see a snapping of the fingers, and then I can see her like in the kitchen, and then she's just standing there and she's just smiling, okay? And this tells me that she has her strength back, and I feel like there's going to be something about that. Does she always go to the kitchen? Is there something that you cherish mostly about her being in that kitchen, okay? And it's just her way of saying, I'm able to do this again, and it's important to know that. She does look between 60s to 70s in age, and she's just like, thought I'd be younger, but I'm okay with that. You know, and so really pay attention, you know, like how she's acting, that kind of thing, you know, and this is what she wants for you. She wants you to be happy. That's what she wants for you. And she's still showing me her eyebrows because, like, I told her she had perfect eyebrows, and that's all she shows me now.
Because she used to say she wouldn't leave the house without her eyebrows on.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, she's got
everybody.
That's so funny.
That was a running joke for years with the whole family.
Something very personal. Yeah.
She always had to put her face on. She would be so disappointed that I'm doing this right now with no makeup.
I think you look beautiful. You look absolutely gorgeous.
But yeah, her eyebrows especially.
Yeah, it's something very personal because she's just like, oh, you gotta tell her, like, my eyebrows look amazing, you know. And she jokes because I don't know if she would joke about her age or something like that because she come through like, I thought I'd be younger, but she's like 60s to 70s, you know. And she's laughing about it. Hold on just a second. Stay with me for just a minute. There's another energy coming forward with her.
I would stay here all night.
Oh, good. She does show me a Bible being opened. Okay. Very, very godly lady. And I feel like everybody would go to her for advice and she would give it freely. Sometimes 100%. Without you asking, she would do it. And I feel like sometimes she would give godly advice as well. And she wants you to know that she's proud of you because of your faith. She wants you to know that. Okay. And to never give up. Never give up. Okay. Because sometimes you're like, I can't do this. And she says, yes, you can. When you say that out loud, I can't do this. She's right beside you saying, yes, you can. She opens the Bible, which tells me to have faith. Keep having that faith, the faith that she taught you, the faith that's been passed down, because she's a very godly lady and she taught you that. Always know that. Yes, you can. She's so proud of you, though. Oh, she goes back to your love. Will you let him know that Mary's here? She's fine. So keep this in mind, okay? This could be a third party. This might be something that he has to think about. And it could be like Mary, Marie, but it's not going to be like anything other than Mary or Marie, okay? Keep that in mind. This could be something that he has to think about. This could be generations down, okay? So just keep that in mind. Okay. The image is changing. I'm seeing beautiful Christmas trees all over. Hold on just a second. Just keep this in mind. Is there something for the month of December that she's making a huge deal about? Or is this something that she loved Christmas and she's letting you know, like she gets to celebrate Christmas in heaven? Because she shows me a really pretty ornament. And maybe that's a sign. Did somebody decorate the ornament in memory of for her? Or does somebody have her ornament? Or maybe...
We gave each other, no, you're fine. We gave each other an ornament every year from the time I was born. And that was our special thing every year. And so I have my tree full of ornaments from my mom.
Perfect. And it's just personal. It's personal validation to let you know this is me. And that's something I want you to realize, though, because I don't think that I want you to take a breath and realize that ornament. That's something that she brought to heaven with her. You are her cherished memory. You are. Do you get what I'm saying? Those little moments when you would laugh with her and she would pick about her face and her eyebrows, and that moment that she would do that with the ornament, every single detail is about you. And she brought that to heaven with her. And I want you to realize how important you are to her and to know that she knew. She said, I know, no regrets. Because I feel like someone wondered. They wondered, what if, did I do enough? Did she know how much I loved her? And she says, I did. And I need you to know, no regrets. Please don't live your life like that. Smile, live, make memories in life. I want you happy. And I want you to know I knew how much I was loved. And for that, I'm thankful. I'm thankful for everything. I can see the beautiful path of Christmas trees and she's around them laughing. She's got a beautiful glow around her, which tells me that she made it to heaven and she's okay. And she needs you to know that. But there's a woman that's beside her and she comes through and she looks at her and she puts her hands on her hips, this other woman, and she goes, well, I'm married too. Just like that. So just pay attention. Okay. This could be a third party that just stepped in.
That's her
And
mom.
she just says, oh, perfect. Okay. Because she just said to tell Mill, Mill, hey.
That's my aunt that you usually read through.
Just, yeah, hey. This is what she said. And she come through with her hands on her hips. Okay. Like, was sweet but fasty kind of thing. And she's so proud of her family and really pay attention to how she acts, that kind of thing. It's really, 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 really beautiful. And they're looking at the Christmas trees together and stuff like that, but that's what I'm saying with you. Kind of short, I know, but it's so important.
It's huge.
And I want you to go back when you take time for yourself tonight. And I hope that everyone who gets a reading tonight, I want them to step back and take time to themselves tonight. And I want you to go back from the very beginning of how she came through. Everything, every detail that she showed you. And I want you to close your eyes. And that's how I want you to picture her, because that's why she came through, for that very reason. And remember, no regrets. No regrets. Let that go. Let it go. And know how much she was loved. And that ornament that she showed, that's something that she'll always cherish. Always. But thank you for allowing me to connect. It was kind of short, but I felt like it was powerful, if it makes sense.
It was.
It was something that you needed. Of course.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, Amanda. And it was nice to see you on video. I like this a lot.
You too. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
You take care.
She's really sweet.
Yeah. Amazing. How you feeling? You feeling all right?
I'm feeling pretty good. I need some more coffee, but
Well, you
hey, Tanya.
I'm bringing everybody else in for a second. If you feel it's still like going on, we'll continue going on. Okay.
Okay.
It's totally up to you, because this is all your hard work.
Yeah, I feel like I can at least do one more. Yeah, and then I'll probably have to call it a night because I'm getting tired.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll do one more then, and
if that's okay with everyone.
Hey, Angel, I got to say real quick.
Yeah.
A few of the people that you have done readings for, we personally know, and you nailed them.
Really? I hope they're not freaked out over it.
there was a lot of validation in there, just so that you know.
I hadn't got to see the comments. I was really hoping they were able to understand.
Blowing by so fast.
Yeah,
really?
they're all blowing by, but they are all very intense, and they are very confirming, and they're just saying amazing and how great it is, and it's
good. I'm glad for this opportunity tonight, because if it wouldn't have been for y'all, I wouldn't have been able to come on. So I really appreciate it. I think my mom is coming to get me some more coffee. Oh, it's my daddy. Look, I'm at my dad.
Tell Randy we said hey.
I came all the way to my parents for the internet.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we'll let you go back to it. We'll keep going, and we'll talk to you here in a little bit after this next one. Yep.
All right. That sounds good. Thank y'all.
You give us the high sign.
All right. Okay.
Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you. All righty. I need some more paper. So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna keep going. I can't talk. So if you've noticed, if you follow me for a while now, or if you're new to this, if this is your first time tuning in, you'll see like how I connect and stuff like that. But you'll also see that it really is draining for me. I do protect myself. Let me explain this real quick, and then, I'll see if I can do at least one more. So I don't force connections. This is just how I work. I can't tell you how other people work. There is so many beautiful and wonderful gifted people out there. And I really think it's wonderful if they're able to share their gift and help others, and stuff like that. I feel like God gives everybody gifts. So, there's doctors out there, there's musicians, there's teachers, there's empaths, there's seers, there's, I just decided to go public with mine. And this is a learning thing. I don't know it all, and I never claim to. I'm still learning as I go. When I say that I'm learning their signs and symbols. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. When I say that, I'm learning their signs and symbols and stuff like that, There was a Donna on here. I felt something instantly. Donna Leigh, Donna something, Donna. If you're on here, there she is. Donna Likens Leigh. I felt something with you. But let me say this real quick. So, gosh, I don't even know what I was saying. I'm so tired. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying. Anyway, if you followed me, you'll see what I was saying is you'll see that I become extremely drained. I get muffled like I am now. Like I can't even put my words. You'll see the difference when I first start till in the end. You'll see how I start slurring my voice, everything. It does affect me, but I can't quit. This is who I am, and this is what I do, you know. And I enjoy doing this and helping others. But it does make me extremely tired, and that's why it probably makes you tired too if you feel drained with this and stuff like that. So they use all of our energy to connect. And it's really important for you to eat and drink after every event that you do with me or anything like that, because this is kind of like when I say welcome to the family, I really mean it. Like we're very, very close, and they use all of our energy to connect and that kind of thing. If you have any questions, there's Donna Likens Leigh. I felt something with you. If I don't know if you want to go on or if you want me to tell you through chat, I can tell you either or. If there's any questions that you have pertaining to like my gift or how I see, feel, or anything such as that, feel free to comment. And if I can see the comments, I'm not ignoring anyone, I promise. It's just the comments are going really, really fast. I'll try to answer some of your questions and stuff like that before we get off of here. This recharges my spiritual battery. Yeah, my goal, and I'm not pushing anyone with religion or spirit. I'm not, but I'm a very spiritual person. That's just me. My goal is to show people that there is a heaven, like absolutely, and there is a hell as well. All right, let's see. Whew. There's 2 people that I feel something for. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. So, all right, Donna Likens Leigh. And there was somebody that just popped on. I instantly felt something with him. I think it was like a Craig or Greg. I felt something with him as well. If he wants to hear it, I don't know. Do you ever have spirits trying to get in touch with you? Yes, I do. Most days I can be normal. What I mean by that, I just mean like I don't see anything. I don't feel anything. I'm a mom, and I'm very, very busy with my kids and stuff like that. So I can just be normal, not feel, see. But then there's days that where they're trying to cook and I'll turn around and I'll see someone. So I do have that. I had one recently contact me. I don't want to say no names or anything such as that, but she was sitting on my kitchen bar and I was fixing a cup of coffee and I just looked at her. She felt familiar because I have connected with her before and she wanted me to go to her mom. Okay. So, I contacted her mom and, it's kind of personal, but it was something that she needed to hear. And it was pretty much, I'm with you at this very moment. And don't forget my son's doctor's appointment. And I contacted the mom and she was in the middle of receiving some awful news and she was crying. And it was just like at that very moment, her daughter knew she needed her. And she also had the doctor's appointment the very next day. And it was just something that she came through at that very moment to let her know. And it's just her way of saying, hey, I'm still with you. And I need you to know that it's going to be okay. Let's see. Okay. All right. There was a Donna. Does it scare me when it happens? It does not. I think that it would scare me more if I didn't see. I've been this way my whole life. When my parents started noticing a difference with me at the age of 30, We was in a grocery store, and my mom turned her head for just a minute, and when she looked back, I was gone. And she found me hugged to some lady's leg, and the lady was crying and told her that I hummed a song to her and told her that, you know, Kaylee said it was going to be okay, Mom. And my mom was really confused, like, why are you telling me this? And the woman told her that her daughter had passed as a young child, and her name was Kaylee, and that was the song that she hummed to her. When she took her last breath. And that was a song that I was humming to the lady. I was 3 when that happened. And so living in a very small town, we didn't understand it because we are Christians. Like, we didn't understand it. And yeah, it was a cuckoo clock. Anyway, and we prayed about it and we kept it within the family. You know, we didn't tell people. And throughout my whole life, like my family, knew that I could see. I would just know certain things. Like, I would call my mom, like, hey, why is my dad limping? I would just see images, and, they would look down, and my dad had just recently hurt his foot, and I was like living on my own at that time and stuff. I would just know certain things. I don't know it all. I'm not a psychic or anything like that. I see visions, and I relate to people what I see. I prayed about it. And I just felt like I couldn't do this anymore. I needed to be myself, no matter if people accepted me or not. This is who I am. And 2015, I went public. And right after that, that was kind of like when God started leading my pathway. And when I say that, I just mean like I told him I can't do this anymore. And I need you here with me. I have to be myself. No matter if people accept me or not, this is who I am. And that's when I got a call from, it was a long story, but I got a call from A&E, and it kind of led from there. I did a show with them, and then I met a really sweet woman, a book author, Dr. Sue Clifton, and she wrote a book about me. And then that's just kind of how it went from there, and I don't really know what all I'm capable of. I don't know, the specific names of what I am. I don't know. When I went into this and I decided this is who I'm going to be myself, it was like I went into a world, and I mean this like not really, like really, but it was like I went into this world as in like there's vampires and werewolves and like all this stuff that you hear about, but you never thought was true. And it was like I went into this. And all these people was knowing all these things or asking me about spirit guides and all this. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I don't. And they're like, well, what spirit guide tells you this information? And I'm like, the souls. I don't know what you're talking about. Like what spirit guide? I don't, and I just always, I don't know, and we all do it differently, but, so I don't really fit in with everyone. I don't know, but we're all different. But to me, that's what is so beautiful about it. Like, there's so many gifted people out there, and we're all here for a reason, and we're all here. Maybe I can help someone, and then this other, medium or a gifted person or empath can help them in another way that I can't. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and someone said something about chills. Absolutely, that can be, that could definitely be a. Just you'll feel it. You'll feel the heaviness in your chest. Sometimes it'd be hard to breathe. You'll feel the chills, and it can be a loved one. Absolutely. They also can come in dreams. Let's say that you don't necessarily, like I see all the time, I don't really dream too much. But some of them can come in dreams. Okay. Because think about it, like we accidentally put a shield up. You know what I mean? Like we don't mean to, but we just do. And at nighttime, we don't. And that's how they're able to come through, if that makes sense. We also, every sensitive person out there, even if you're a little bit sensitive or a lot sensitive, and maybe you don't know how to control it or you don't understand it, but you just feel certain things. I don't know if you know this or not, but you have a little bitty light that glows above you, and souls can see that. And they know, oh, I could go to them and they feel me. Even if you don't know how to communicate or you can't see them, you just feel them. You know how you feel like sometimes you want to run out the room because you feel like they're behind you because they see the light. You know what I mean? So I don't know if you knew that or not. Yes. Do people in hell or negative people ever try to come through? Well, one time, and I'm being an open book with you. So one time I had this lady come to me really kind of forcefully needing this connection. And this is when I first started. Like, I've been this way my whole life, but I did not start doing readings until 2015. And so I kind of forced it, as in, like, I went searching for the person, and it took me forever. But when I did, it was just a really ugly vision, and I don't really like to talk about it, but it scared me. And I cut it off completely, and I got sick for like a week. Now, I don't know, if they were negative or not, but I don't ever, and that's why I say I don't force anything. It has to come to me naturally. That's just how I work. I can't tell you that others work like that. We all work differently, and to me, that's the beauty of it. We're all different, but it has to come to me naturally. That way I know that it's of good, if that makes sense. Now, if someone doesn't come through for you, does that mean they're in hell? Absolutely not. How were they here in the physical world? You know what I mean? How were they here, in the physical world? Did they always allow other people to go before them? That kind of thing. So if they allow others to go before them, sometimes it just takes a little longer for them to come through. Souls have to learn how to come through, just as I have to learn how to connect. So it's not easy for them, but they'll learn, and they have to gain energy and that kind of thing. Someone just said something like, my book is $987.25 on Amazon. Whoop, nope, that is not. It's like $25. It's actually not on Amazon at this moment due to COVID and stuff like that. We were with a publishing agency, and now we're trying to figure out something else, me and Dr. Sue, to get it back out there for y'all. Absolutely. Okay. All right. Let me say this real quick. I'm going to do these two real quick, and then I guess that's going to be it. But there was a Donna. I see her. There's a Donna Angel Leigh. This is someone else selling it. What? Yeah. Y'all be careful now. I had a live not too long ago, and then someone made a fake profile page of me and was trying to scam people. You'll know if it's me. I'm never going to message you and be like, oh, would you like a reading? And then here, click this link and da-da-da-da-da. I don't do that. That's why I tell people, go through my email, angelleighassistant@gmail.com. But you'll understand by our writing and stuff like that, that it's absolutely us. And again, it's angelleighassistant@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Donna Angel Leigh. I'm going to just tell you, what I feel with you real quick. And it's just like a pop-in. So when I say that, it's just little short images. So hopefully this is going to make sense to you. This is for Donna Angel Leigh. And there's a Greg Chili. I like your name on here. I don't know if you want to hear, but I feel something with you as well. If you want to wait, it's completely up to you. All right. My service is not good. I understand about that. Mine's usually not. But Donna, hopefully you can hear me. If you can hear me, I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I feel with you. And again, this could be a third party. So just really pay attention to the details and stuff like that. And again, this could be a third party, Donna. I'm not sure who this is, but he's wanting to come through very, very strongly. And he's coming through kind of young, okay? This is for a Donna Angel Leigh real quick, okay? This is a young male energy, and I'm going to say young, like 40s to 50s. And he comes through sitting outside. I can hear birds around him and that kind of thing. And he comes through sitting on the back of a tailgate, if that makes sense. And I don't know if this is something that he would always do. I'm not really, really sure, but this is just how he's coming through, okay? So really pay attention to the little bitty details. And he just comes through and he says, I'm Ray, R-A-Y, okay? And this could be part of a name, half of a name, nickname around that. And he says to let, and I see C-A-S-S, know that I'm okay. Will you please let her know that I'm okay? It's so, so important, okay? So I feel like this could be a third party. Hopefully you can understand this, but I feel like he's pretty young, like 40s to 50s, and he comes through sitting on the back of the tailgate, and I feel like that's something that he would always do. He loved the outdoors, that kind of thing. I hear birds around him. And he's also showing me, like, he just kind of sits there and he smiles at me and he kind of turns his head and smiles. Pay attention to how he acts, every single thing. And then he shows me a number 8. Okay, that's associated with him, a number 8. So is this something like an important date? Did he have 8 siblings, 8 kids? Has he been passed for 8 years? So just keep that in mind as well, because I feel like the number 8 is going to eventually make sense. And he comes through as Ray, but I do feel that there's more to his name. So Ray could be his first name, Ray could be his middle name. So just keep that in mind, okay? I'm just going to call him Ray. And he says to let CASS know. And I do feel there's more to that, okay? And he just comes through sitting on the back of the tailgate, which tells me that he made it to heaven. It's so, so important to know that, and to know that he's at peace. And he's laughing and he's like, oh, she's just like me. And he plays with the little one, he says. I play with the little one and she is so much like me. He says, I want you to let her know, CASS, thank you for coming to visit me. And to know that in spirit, I played with the little one while she was there talking to me. It's really important, the little bitty personal details. Is there something with that? Is there something very, very personal? Did the CASS go visit him, in spirit kind of thing? Like wherever he's at, did she go there? Did she bring a little one? And it's just his way of saying that he was playing with the little one when she come there, if that makes sense. And it meant the world to him that she came, because he understands of how hard it was. But to let her know that she's doing great and she is a wonderful mom, okay? It's important to know that. And then he says to let her know, the CASS, let her know that I held the baby before anyone else did. And he just kind of, yep. So this tells me, like, is this a sign? Did someone after his passing have a baby? Did they wonder, oh man, did he not get to see the baby or get to hold the baby, that kind of thing? And it's just his way of saying that I got to hold the baby. Okay. So it's really, really important to know that he got to hold the baby before anyone else did. There's a male energy that's coming through. And I'm going to just be honest with you, the way that he's coming through, I feel like he's like either a father figure to you or like a grandfather figure to you. Is how he's coming through. Like how he's coming through is he's very, very protective, and he's coming through digging in his shirt pockets. And he's just like, well, I know it was up in there. I'm going to just go up in here and dig, And maybe that's something that he would always do. Did he always dig in his shirt pockets? Is there something about that, something very, very personal? Because he's just stepping forward real quick. And the way he's coming through and he puts his hands up in the air, which I've did that before, which tells me, which tells me that he is free. He's free from sickness. And I feel like he was really sick. And he refers it back to my dad. And the reason I wanted to say dad, is because he's referring it to my dad and how I feel about my daddy. Like, I love my mama and daddy, But my dad, like 9 years ago, had cancer. And for some reason, he's referring that to him for some reason. So just keep this in mind. This is another energy that was digging in his shirt pockets that's coming through. And he's really, really protective of you. So I'm not really sure if it's a father figure or grandfather figure, but I feel like the way he's referring back to cancer and my dad and that kind of thing, maybe he was very, very sick. And it's just his way of saying, I'm free now. And I need you to know that I'm okay. And he's like, oh, I wanted you to know that Cliff is here and he's fine. So just keep that in mind as well. And it just shows like a quick snapping of the fingers, and it shows them sitting on the porch together. I feel like that's one of their cherished memories, and that's something that they missed and that they're able to do now. And people, when they remember that, they remember them, they remember that. And this is how they want to be remembered. They're trying to paint a picture of how they are now. They're together and they're sitting on the porch together, okay? I hear humming, so just keep this in mind. Inside, they're sitting on the porch, and there's a female inside, and she's humming, and she's humming. And then I hear very muffled, Barb's here, Barb, B-A-R-B. So this could be half of a name, part of a name around that. She's the one that hums a lot and stuff like that, but she's there as well, okay? And it's like she's inside busy taking care of the family while they're sitting out, you know, on the porch is the way that they're making it seem. And they're talking about something, and I'm going to just tell you what I hear. Hopefully this is going to make sense to you, but I'm just going to pinpoint you completely, Donna. The way they're coming through is, I don't know if you just recently, and when I say recently, the past few years is how it's coming through. I don't know if you went through something very traumatic, like fighting for your life is how they're coming through. Like you went through something. I don't know if you got really sick or you battled something with your health, and it was like an eye opener, if that makes sense. And it was just their way of saying that you had like many angels protecting you in life, and that you're okay. You're okay now. You're okay. And it shows, hopefully this don't freak you out. It's a good thing. It's a beautiful thing. It shows you, and you're standing there and you're crying and you're looking up at the sky. And then all of a sudden there's like 10 angels around you, and they put their hands on you and they pray over you, and you're healed now. Okay. So just keep this in mind as well. And it's just also a way of saying that they know what you've been through, and that you're okay. And that to know that they're so proud of you, and to keep going, keep going, keep going. You have a life to live. Okay. And you're okay now. You're a survivor. That's what I hear. I hear laughter as they fade away. So it's kind of short, but I feel like you needed to know that, okay? And I feel like it's beautiful. It's an absolute beautiful message, and it was something that you needed to know, okay? And to know who was around you. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Okay, there was a Greg on here, and this will probably be my last one, y'all. I'm getting really, really tired. If he wants to hear what, just felt something. There he is, Greg, Chili. All right. All righty. He said, let's hear it. All right. Okay, you just want to do it through chat? We can do it through chat. And this could be, Greg, I don't know if you're new at tuning in here or not. I explained like how I see them in vision form, that kind of thing. And this could also be a third party, which means that it's not directly like for you, but it could be for someone you know. So all I ask is, and I feel like you have an open mind, just keep it in your mind. If they are not making sense right now, just keep it in your mind. Keep it fresh in your mind, because I feel like eventually you'll find out who they belong to, and it will eventually make sense. Okay. But these are the souls that's coming through at this moment. And there's one that's wanting to come through real quick. So just keep it in your mind. Okay. There is a female energy that is wanting to step forward for you. And the way that she's coming through, I feel like she could be a third party, because she's telling you to relay a message, to relay a message, to relay a message. Sorry, I know I'm repeating myself, but I tell you exactly what I hear, everything, okay? And the way that she's coming through is to find either, and it's really muffled. It sounds like this, okay? Sounds really, really muffled. So if you like turned the TV on, went to another room and closed the door, how muffled it sounds, that's how I hear it, okay? But the way that she comes through, she says to find either a Rena, a Reba, or a Rita, okay? Rena, Reba, or Rita. Let the family know, okay, that she's okay, this female that's trying to come through. So I feel like this is a third party. I don't know if you know of a Rena, Reba, or Rita, or around that. Okay, so just keep this in mind, because I promise you it will eventually make sense. And she's coming through. She comes through as Lind, L-I-N-D, L-I-N-D, Lind, Lind, Lind. Now this could be half of a name, part of a name, okay? And she's just like, I'm okay, I'm okay. I just wanted her to know that I'm okay. Okay, so just keep this in mind. And I feel like she was kind of picky about her hair. You know what I mean? Very free soul was how she's coming through. And she's just wanting her to know that she's okay. She's at peace. And she's watching over over the Rena, Reba, Rita around that. Okay. It's important to know that she's watching over her. And I feel like they were really, really close is how she's coming through. Hold on just a second. And she's just wanting to come through to say, I'm okay. And I need her to know that I'm going to show her love and that I'm always going to be there. But it's got to be a number 8. It's got to be for the month of August. So please show her love, but do it in the month of August for me. Give her a hug for me and let her know that I'm okay. Okay. So is there something very special for her? You know, Reba, Rena, Rita. I'm going to say Rita. It's going to be something like that. Is there something very special for her in the month of August? It might be something that she has to think about. Is there a celebration? You know, in the month of August that she's making this huge deal about, because she's making this huge deal about it. And it's just her way of saying that she's going to be there with her, especially in the month of August. So just keep this in mind. Okay. She kind of like fluffs her hair in the back a little bit, you know? So pay attention how she's acting, you know, that kind of thing. And I feel like she's kind of picky about her hair, you know, very free soul, you know, she always had a smile on her face regardless, you know, but she's kind of picky about her hair is how she's coming through. Okay. And this is how she's wanting to be remembered and to know that she's healed. She's okay. It's important to know that. Hold on just a second. Stay with me for just a second, Greg. Okay, there's another energy coming forward. Don't know if he's a third party or not. Just keep it in your mind because I feel like eventually it's going to make sense. He's coming through and he's like, hold on just a minute. I'm coming up there. And he comes through and he pats you on the shoulder in spirit. Okay. And he's walking. He's got his hand on your shoulder. And this tells me that I'm going to say he looks between 50s to 60s in age. And I don't know if he's a third party or not. Hold on. Hold on. He comes through, puts his hand on your shoulder. He laughs and he calls himself Ken. K-E-N, K-E-N, K-E-N. This could be a third party. This might be something that you have to think about, okay? But he's coming through very, very strongly, okay? And it's just like, look at me. Look at me. He's so happy. He's so excited. Like, look at him. He's okay. You know, and it's important to know that. He's so, so excited. He's so, so happy. And he's coming through like he shows him holding a button and then somebody takes, I'm just going to tell you how I see, like it shows me like a closet and then somebody's going through his stuff and then I see a uniform hanging or it looks like a dark colored uniform and someone smells it. So does somebody have this of his? Is there a button missing or are they going to find a button of his? You know, this could just be a sign. You know, it's my job to figure out what they mean, the signs and symbols. But there's going to be something about that. Like, I feel like somebody still smells his clothes or like still has some of his clothes hanging, that kind of thing. And then he's going to show me this button. So I feel like it's something really, really important, but it's also his way of saying, I'm okay. Look at me. I'm okay. It's important to know. Look at me. I'm okay. And he is around you a good bit. I want to say he's been passed for a few years, like 5 years or so, you know, it's not anything recent, like 1 to 2 years or nothing like that, but he's okay. Mm-hmm. I hear, there's a female coming through and she wants to kiss you on the cheek. So keep that in mind as well. Okay. And she comes through and she sings, Mary had a little lamb. Sorry, I wish I could sing so much better, but that's how she's coming through. And she sings, Mary had a little lamb. So for her to do that, I'm just going to go with it and tell you that I feel that her name is Mary, or it could be half of a name, part of a name, nickname around that. But for some reason, she sings Mary had a little lamb. This could also be a very personal validation or personal message. Is that something that she used to sing? Is that something that people remember her singing to the kids? But I also feel like this is part of her name and she's coming through very, very strong. And she's around you a lot, like protecting you in spirit. And she says, and you have to really pay close attention to this. She like, and she like leaves her scents, and out of the blue, if it's not happened yet, just don't expect it, because it won't happen when you expect it. It'll be when you least expect it. You're going to just smell a really strong scent of perfume. When you do, it's her. Okay. It just tells me that she's around you a good bit. She's proud of you, and she's always with you, protecting you and stuff like that. Hold on just a second. I hear a lot of muffled talking, and it sounds like this. So if it's okay with you, they're all talking around you. So they're really busy around you. And my goal tonight is to show you, like who's around you at this moment. You said all the time. So you smell the perfume. Just know that it's her. She's wanting you to know. She's kind of validating for you to let you know, oh, it's me. It's me, Hold on just a second. Okay, can I just tell you what I hear, Greg? This is just what I hear. So the Ken, I'm going to call him Ken, the one that put his hand on your shoulder, and then the Mary had a little lamb. I'm going to just say that because that's how she came through. They're saying something, and they're talking back and forth, and they're like trying to out-talk each other, and they're laughing about it. And they're saying, to tell your love. Oh, tell your love. Just call her Rain. And then Ken says, no, Renee. It's Renee. Oh, well, tell your love. Her name's not Renee, but call her Renee. Tell her she's got such beautiful hair. Her hair is just gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And we're going to show her love too. And they release a balloon. And then they show me the month of January on like a number 1 on the balloon as it releases. So keep that in mind. I don't know if you have a partner. If you do, is there an association with the name Renee? Well, she said Reen, and he said, no, it's Renee. Just keep this in mind, okay? Because everything that they show will eventually make sense. And maybe there's something with her for the month of January. Is there something about that? Okay, just take it and keep it in your mind, because I promise you eventually it will make sense. But these are the souls that surround you. And thank you for allowing me to connect. Know that they're okay, they're happy, they're at peace. But I'm going to hop off of here tonight, y'all. I went way over. It's like 10:30.
Well, we want to thank you so much. It's been an awesome night. And I hope everybody in the chat, I hope everyone in the chat room has enjoyed it. And
I hope so.
We'd love to have you back again. This is just fantastic. It's a wonderful thing to watch. You make these connections and to bring a little bit of closure to some people and to help them out in the long run.
That's my goal.
We've all talked about that with you many times, and it's such a wonderful gift that you have, my dear. And
and thank you for all the goosebumps tonight.
Yes.
Yeah, there's been a lot of them.
There's been a lot of them.
Yes.
Oh yes.
Been a lot of them.
I love it when others can feel the connection and feel the energy 100%. You know what I mean? Like
there's a bunch of energy. And one of the good things about it is we asked about the energy, so your connection would stay good and everything else. And I think a lot of people put that in there. And it's like right now, I don't know. Billy is like, I got the chicken skin and everything else all going. So there's a lot of energy flowing through.
Yeah, so there is. Absolutely. I can't believe the live held up tonight. It makes me feel better, because the last few lives that I did, it's not my past few times that I did it on my page, it just messed up. But thank y'all for giving me a chance tonight. I know I went way over, but y'all know how I work.
Oh yeah, well, and this is we
have no time.
We all know about it, and this is the blessing that for a lot of people tonight, and for us also. And it was a pleasure to have you on. Do me a favor, real fast, for the people who don't know and everything else, to know how to get back to it. And I want to also just throw in, on Donna's. You got every one of her families right. I know that Greg, Chili Childress, R&R Live, Chili Chillin', Chilling with Chili's, new show that he has on. You were hitting him too, of just perfect. So you got a lot of validations tonight. It was a wonderful night. But I would
Good.
sure love the people to be able to know where to go and if they want to continue, because there's a lot of people that were begging for readings, and you know how it works. Sometimes, it doesn't mean that
Yeah,
they're not
I
there.
wish
So.
that I could read everybody, like every
Sure.
single body. It breaks my heart that I can't, that they're not coming through at that moment. That doesn't mean that they don't love you. That doesn't mean that they're not okay. That doesn't mean they're upset. It's just energy. And there's been people that's come to my shows and have never got, and they've come several times and not got a reading. And then all of a sudden they come and they have like 6 or 7 family members step forward at one time. When it's the right time, when it's God's timing, it will happen. And you will absolutely know, because you will feel it. And that's the best way I can describe it. But you can follow me. I do have a page on Facebook called Angel Leigh Spiritual Messenger. Like and follow it. If you haven't already, I do lives on it. You'll see my past few lives. You'll see me like going in and out because my connection was horrible, but I do go live on there quite a bit. Make sure you like and follow so you'll be notified when I do go live, because unexpectedly sometimes I like to pop in. I do have a YouTube channel. You can type in Angel Leigh Readings, subscribe to that for free. And if you are interested in a personal, I do go live a lot and give free, but we also do personal video sessions and telephone sessions and stuff like that. And it's angelleighassistant@gmail.com. And that's pretty much how you will find me. Be sure to email, because of course there's some scammers out there, but you will know, email, and you will know it's us. I will never message you and be like, hi, with all these weird symbols. Would you like a reading? Click this link. I've had so many people, if you see something like that, report it, and please email us and tell us. We try to stay on top of it. So far we have, but I just want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to connect. Thank you for keeping an open mind and just giving me a chance, because there are so many people on here. My friends here, Melvin, Tanya, Billy, there's so many gifted people that, I want people to know that it's okay to be yourself. It's okay. And I know that this world is so closed-minded and so harsh and cold, but it's okay, to be yourself. So what if people make fun of you? So what if people judge you? I've had protesters at my shows before, but you know what?
Yeah, I got them.
Yeah, Melvin. You can find it on YouTube.
Melvin behaves.
Dancing.
That's right.
We have a good time though. But my goal tonight is to show you that when someone passes away, it's not the end. They're still living, just better. They're in heaven, and they're still able to see people and laugh, and that's my goal. And to show you what they're seeing, who greeted them, that kind of thing, and thank you for just giving me a chance tonight and sticking with me. That's the main thing, supporting me and sticking with me through it all.
Well, you
Absolutely.
are so welcome, and thank you, chat room, for doing the same. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that we get an opportunity to come back. Hang on after we close the show off. If you mind staying, we'll all say our personal goodbyes to you, because we all love you.
Of course.
So,
of course, I love all of you, and I'm not ignoring any of your comments. I will take time and read individually, like your comments. I'm not ignoring anyone, I promise. And I do love all of you, and thank you so much for just being here and supporting us 100%.
Yes, and we thank you all for tuning in tonight to Into the Fire. We'll be back next Tuesday night. And next Tuesday night, we have Third Realm Paranormal. We're going to be talking to the Third Realm Paranormal team. Great team out of Clarksville, Tennessee. And it'll be a fun night. So everyone, God bless. Take care. Keep your eyes to the sky.
Thank you.
And
good night, y'all.
God bless you all.
Bye, y'all. Love y'all.